Answering Instagram's burning questions, part 2. Oh, if you can perform only one thing, classical or fusion, what will you choose and why? Oh, I will choose classical for sure because being trained in classical is what made me adapt to fusion so quickly. If I wouldn't have trained in Bharatanatyam for what, 20 years now, I don't think adapting to another completely different dance form like hip hop would have been easy for me. So, classical for sure. And I also feel that the cathartic, almost ethereal experience that performing Bharatanatyam has given me in my life, I haven't experienced that with fusion. So, for that reason, also, I will go with classical. Next, rate yourself as an actor, dancer, singer comparatively. Okay, so I think it's not like one, two, three. It's dancer at number one. And then I feel like actor and singer are at the same level for me. It's a very technical question, according to me. Okay. Next project. My next project is a Marathi feature film, which is set to release before this year ends, definitely. I'm very excited because it is a major character role and it's a first for me in that sense. So I'm extremely excited to see myself on the big screen. And you'll find more details about it. I mean, I'll obviously put up a vlog as well about the shoot and everything. And you'll also get to see a few songs which they'll release before the movie releases. So, yeah, I'm very excited. What is the next question? Are you single? Yes, I am very much single. And I don't even want to date anyone mentally also. Like, wahan pe bhi, I don't want it to be one-sided. Very much single and very much happy being single as of now. Okay. How to train the body, especially when you practice multiple dance forms. Okay, as a Bharatanatyam dancer, I have modified my Bharatanatyam exercises into strength training ones so that my overall bodily strength increases. For example, there is this thing called 3 speed sit ups that we do in Bharatanatyam. We start standing, we go into something called Murumandi, which is a full sit, and then we go up again. So, for that, I use weights now. So, I do the same exercise, but I use weights. That's strength training. And it's working out well for me. And I've done that with many other exercises as well. I incessantly practice hip openers. I do back flexibility exercises a lot because I've observed that hip hop needs that, especially the very elaborate moves in hip hop require that. I work on core strength majorly. I feel like core strength is important for any dance form because it keeps you centered and it keeps your body posture perfect. So core strength and stamina and endurance, absolutely important. I practice skipping. I love to go on walks. Running is something I haven't been able to bring myself to do, but I'm hoping to get there by the end of this year. And above all of this, your diet and your sleep schedule needs to be very precise. Like you have to concentrate on that. Use the 80-20 rule even in that sense. Like you can let go a few nights of sleep if you want to. Like for me personally, I love to just watch like a really good film at night when nobody can disturb me. So that is something I balance out. But 80-20 is the golden rule in exercising, in your diet, in your sleep schedule for sure. So yeah, that is something I follow. um, one thing that I'm struggling with still is my upper body agility because I've realized that hip hop has really extensive and fast movements of the neck and the shoulders, which are not existent in Bharatanatyam. Bharatanatyam has neck movements. I'm not saying that it doesn't. It's just that the speed is very different. So I'm trying to figure out that regime for myself. And we come to the last question. How do you come up with new ideas and try to stay relevant in this age when you want to explain old ideas to a new generation? Wow, okay. So, one thing I do for sure is I keep myself updated on the trends. And I'm not just talking about the trends on Instagram, I'm talking about the trends in general. What are people watching? What is appealing to people? What is not working out? I tend to talk to people about this, friends, family, other artists, and it helps. So, you have to be really aware of these things. In my case, the best example of bringing together something which is traditional and something which is contemporary is me combining K-pop with Bharatanatyam, because the dance form is almost 2000 years old, and I'm combining it with a very contemporary beat like K-pop, and it actually does wonders. There are so many comments underneath my videos where people are like, wow, I did not know this dance form existed. Can we learn this now? Can we do this? Can you please tell us more about what this classical dance form is? So it creates curiosity, which is kind of the whole point. Curiosity is the first step to actually learning something new, right? So I find joy when something like this happens. And there are a lot of artists who are combining contemporary ideas with a classical art form. For example, I recently saw a video doing rounds on Instagram where they choreographed a game of Candy Crush using Kathak, which was so beautiful to watch. Like the costumes were coordinated according to the candies. And then on traditional beat, they were playing Candy Crush. Oh my God, beautiful. So you have to combine a very relevant, a very universal idea or a concept with a traditional art form to reach a wider global audience, is what I feel. One more example I have is when I'm teaching Bharatanatyam to a complete beginner, I make it a point to introduce adabus, for example, in a way that they will understand. For example, I never say adabu is the basic unit of Bharatanatyam and you have to learn them so that you can learn choreography. No, you have to explain it in a way in which they will understand. So I say adabus are alphabets in Bharatanatyam. You have to learn the alphabet to form a sentence. And they instantly relate, because who does not know alphabet, right? Everyone, every language has alphabet. So that is something very universal, and that is something that people quickly understand rather than this whole concept of adabu, something that people instantly relate to and understand. So that's what I try to do to stay connected with the current generation. And we are done. This was really fun. I would like to do this more. So if you have any questions, please put them up in the comments, and I would love to answer them in one of the next videos on YouTube. Cheers.